Yes, my journey to Nashville continued. Music City. It was like I could hear the sounds as we traveled on the streets. Everything, even in the shadows of my Harry, was about music. The heart and soul of Music City. Yes, you know you're in a city where legends are made, when everything around you, even in the street, is a microphone. Even on the walls of my room, there was a microphone. So you know me. Oh, I was ready to sing. Yes, give me some more music. So here it was, even at Fisk University. The drum line was outside rehearsing. I thought it was the perfect rhythm for me to walk through the streets and learn more about those who had given their lives to music. Just down the street was the Harris Music Building at Fisk. The Fisk Memorial Chapel, where Booker T. Washington and Martin Luther King Jr. have even been. Oh, this place I wanted to go into and just sing. Sing like the walls that were singing all around me, as mural after mural showed imagery of the legends that this Music City had made. Yes, all up and down the blocks, you found little museums, from trap music museums to community music museums and recording studios. And ooh-wee, right next door was the barbecue for those who do the swine and dine, you see. Not vegetarian like me. So keep going down the avenue, we find the Elks at Club Baron. This place that had seen performers like Fats Domino and Little Richard, and that we tend to recall when we truly think about black music. Yes, this city had seen them all, and now I'm getting to dance in the tracks that they laid. Right here, the Jefferson Street that we were traveling down had developed as a vibrant black community. It was a commercial district in the late 19th and 20th centuries. At Fisk, at Tennessee A&I, which is now Tennessee State University, and Meharry Medical College, they grew more restaurants, shops, music venues open to cater to all these residents that were right nearby. Built in 1955 during the golden age of Jefferson Street's music scene, which lasted from 35 to 65, Club Baron is the only extant nightclub from that time that remains. It was owned by local pharmacist Jackson H. Brown. The building also served as a secondary location for Brown's Pharmacy. Now that don't bring some thoughts to your mind about music and drugs and rock and roll, huh? Ain't that interesting that the club served as another location for the pharmacy, as well as the only skating rink in town for black folks. The club is the best known as the site of a 1963 guitar duel where Nashville bluesman Johnny Jones bested the up-and-coming Jimi Hendrix. Other well-known performers that came to Club Baron were Fats Domino, Etta James, Little Richard, Otis Redding, Muddy Waters, Jackie Wilson, and Ruth McFadden. The Elks Lodge made sure to preserve the building that they now own, and it became a local historic landmark in 2016. It's truly a blessing to stand there. Next time I got to go inside. But we didn't have enough time because we had to get down the street to my true destination, the new National Museum of African American Music. And when I got inside, my voice didn't get to sing, but my soul sure did, because I was given a queen's welcome from the time we got to the desk, turned over our tickets, and then went in and sat down to really be welcomed back home.
Of enslaved Africans lived and labored on large farms and plantations, often isolated from white society. They used this distance to maintain distinct African rituals and their own unique forms of religious song. Across America, as the country changed, a revival movement known as the Second Great Awakening swept through rural and frontier America. Enslaved Africans were attracted to this movement with a style of preaching that encouraged free expression. In Louisiana, under French and Spanish rule, the mix of cultures was rich and more complex. New Orleans swirled French music and dance together with Caribbean, Spanish, Creole, and African. Free blacks and even enslaved Africans lived with more freedoms here. Musicians mingled. Conditions were setting up for a coming musical explosion. By this time, the United States had already abolished the importation of enslaved people. Without a constant influx of Africans bringing with them their traditional ways, Africans in America were becoming African American.
One of the things that I've always explained to people is that I've never taken well to the concept of the terminology African American. I consider myself an African in America, and proudly a Gullah Geechee. So as I emerged from the theater, oh, what a blessing it was to see our words on the wall. Wade in the water. Yeah, I seen what they captured in the video about our journey and our legacy in South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida coastline. Ah, but that chillin' ain't no way feel like to wade in this your water truly. So I was proud to step into this entryway and begin the journey. Just as I saw this quote that, oh, just fed my soul from Mahalia Jackson, I suddenly found that someone was approaching me. Wonder who this shall be.
My two cousins were talking to me about, they live in South Carolina.
What part?
I cannot remember right now.
Is it on the coast?
I believe so.
Okay, go ahead.
And since I was a little girl, we always went to the Gullah Islands.
You're kidding?
And I remember
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in New York City.
Oh, where in New
But
York?
my father's from Florida originally.
Where in New York?
Lower East Side of Manhattan, Alphabet City.
Yeah, you not. No, you didn't. We were just talking about Alphabet City 2 to 3 days ago.
No, you know.
Yes,
No,
we
no,
were.
no.
Yes, we were.
Right.
You're right there on the river.
Right.
So I was
okay.
saying to him how I used to
Right.
pass the Hell's Angels place.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, that's
Wait,
First Avenue A.
Third Street, yeah,
Yes.
First Avenue, yeah.
That park where they did Needle Exchange back in the early 80s.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about. We know what we're talking about.
And you know now they locked the park. They locked that park now.
At night?
No, during the day.
By the turn of the
So
20th
certain
century,
community
black
members
religious
have
right
is
in.
beginning to form
We
two
were talking
streams.
about how they
One,
gentrified the
preserving
area and
oral
it's no longer that.
traditions
But okay,
and-
Okay,
all right,
so
so back to New York, back
now
to
you
New York, back to
understand
South
that
Carolina.
most of those people moved
They're north.
down
Yeah,
south,
I knew
right?
that.
From New York, they got fed up with the Lower East Side,
Originated in the
down
South
south.
Street
And
Revival,
so
led
when
by
the
William
museum, when they
Seymour,
were
who made
kicking
this
around the
early
idea,
form of
my
gospel
cousin was so
music
excited about
central to
this,
worship.
and
It
they
blended
talked more and
folk
more about it. I was like, oh
with
my
emerging
gosh.
Indians
So,
migrating to
and I
cities in
remember
search of jobs,
again,
and
so
to
I'm a
escape
historian by
horrendous
trade.
racial
Yeah,
violence.
I'm
While there
And
was
but
some relief,
I'll
the
say,
depth and
this
breadth
is
of
computer
racial
science by
oppression in
trade,
America
Okay.
but by
continues to
profession,
unfold.
yeah.
In New England,
Historians,
New York,
right.
urban
Well,
environments,
I taught for 20
religion
years,
was a
went and
formidable
decided to go back and
touchstone,
get my
and gospel
PhD.
music
And it was like
became
in honor of my
central
father
to the
that
life
passed
of
away.
churches
It's something we
so
had joked
far
about.
away from it.
But the oral tradition of the Gullah Islands.
Just
I
Sea
grew
Islands.
up right,
Sea
Sea
Islands.
Islands, off of
Which is the Gullah
Georgia,
Geechee Nation.
and
From
right,
Jacksonville,
right,
North Carolina to
yes,
Jacksonville,
yes,
Florida.
yes,
Uh-huh.
yes, and that discussion of just the folks that were able and how they were able to the
encouragement and the inspiration
narrative
that
and
you find
their
within the
narrative
gospel.
and stuff. So
And we're
super
fighting
excited.
our narrative and not what other people now
Have decided
that will be
that-
our story.
Right. Just so excited.
So how did you
excited.
find me?
Thomas Dorsey came to be known as the father
Right.
of gospel
And
music.
it was the cutest thing too, because they were telling me, talking to me, because I'm packing up artwork. Right, and so they were so excited to tell me about you here.
Began to transform spirituals
I'm
and
so
gospel.
excited that these young people understand.
Yes.
This
So
is
she
like-
got happy right away when I told her.
And then I got touched and she got me.
That's
So,
okay.
yeah.
Because when
So,
you
yeah.
look when you look on cameras.
When
No,
some radio stations
I got you.
Okay,
But I also
yeah.
cannot believe our energy, like our stories are
Yes,
happening like
it's
that.
intertwined,
Right?
yes.
Are you
But-
visiting?
I'm just visiting.
Okay.
And the thing about it, and which is what I was about to do here, when I saw this, I told him, okay, I gotta get a picture last night. And I was
You getting the
gonna-
picture already?
No, we ain't taking it.
Okay, I want to show you another quote too.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And so, because I already did my weight in the water one.
Okay.
I just didn't start singing weight in the water because I didn't want y'all to put me out. But
Okay, I haven't heard that in so long.
The sister and I continued our journey into the next hall. And after she finished showing me some quotes on the wall, I turned to get ready to go back to the beginning of the gallery. And oh my goodness, look what I had the opportunity to see. Create God on the children. This a blessing, all for true, about who we be. There I am, Kwame. Wow, what a blessing. Wow. Get a still. No, plenty of 100 children probably to say right now, yeah, Queen, we been on say on a binya for now. And y'all Yeddi that. Y'all see them as they got the that they got me depicted in. But I ain't mad though. Cause great God on the children. For go somewhere. For study about what the other people do. Look on the wall and see your own self did it too. That blessed thing. For true. So continue this your journey. All through the museum. Had the chance for dance my way through. For sing my way through. Oh yeah. Learning all about different style of music. Oh, I felt at home with Paul Robeson, Mahalia Jackson, and so many others looking down and around about me, hearing their voices singing, seeing quotes from orators such as Frederick Douglass and Muddy Waters even, with them explaining the sounds and the songs and the legacy. I was especially intrigued to see that they hadn't forgotten about who we be on these islands in the sea. When I saw this panel that said isolated African American communities along the South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida seacoast, as well as in places such as the southeastern Piedmont, preserved traditions from the previous century, contributing unique styles that merged into overall body of African American music. Of course, if I would have written this, it would say, then children what did it? Pun, of course, we call it low country, a thing. Oh, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Oh, they down to the join in with them children. Oh, from the southeastern Piedmont, Horn Bun. All these year tradition will be did it. Over as and thing. But the rest of people call century. Oh, that unique thing. The honest thing, whatever called. The overall thing. What black music all about. They hold upon them there. Oh, on the children. Remember this show. And so definitely, the roots of the music, the various panels that speak to the souls of those of us who are griots, to those who are the jazz musicians, and those who grew up in the church singing gospel. We had an opportunity to do a little of that too. Yeah, y'all. Bobby Jones was in the building. He do it a little different than I do. But I joined on in with the choir.
Hello everybody, I'm Bobby Jones and this is the Nashville Super Choir. Choir, please look vocal to sing along with us. Is that okay? Alright, now we're going to try a classical gospel song called Oh Happy Day. And you're going to enjoy it. Gospel is all about feeling the music and lifting you up. Now, you might know this song. You can sing along with us anytime. But if you don't know it, we're going to teach it to you. Let's listen to how it goes. Choir, give us the first part. Ready?
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus walked. Oh, when Jesus walked. When Jesus walked. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
All right. Now, let's hear the second part. Ready?
He taught me how to walk light and pray, light and pray, and live rejoicing there every day. Every day.
And that's all there is to it. Now, you ready to try the whole thing? Just sing along with it. Here we go. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
When Jesus walked. Oh, when he walked. When Jesus walked. He washed my sins away. Oh, happy day.
A happy day.
Oh, happy day. He taught me how to walk.
Light and pray.
Fight and pray.
Oh, yeah.
Fight and pray.
Rejoicing.
And live rejoicing. Every day.
Good God. Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Great. Now let's bring it on home. Happy day.
Oh, happy
We come hands
day.
together. Yeah. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. Amen. Be ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and make you want me. I play my enemies like a game of chess where I rest, no stress. If you don't smoke cess, less. I must confess, my destiny's manifest. And some gore-tex and sweats, I make tricks like I'm homeless. That's what this. Oh, it went off. So again, best I was gonna get that in for us, Gullah. Peace and blessings.
After getting my rap in, getting my dance in, it was time to get some new shoes. So I had to get me some boots from Nashville. What else do you buy in Nashville? Yes, the place where the music is definitely a thrill. Yeah, at the end of this journey, I was singing, and I can let you know, it sure wasn't the blues. Going to Nashville, as they advertise it. Yes, the city of music. Telling you right now, you get there with your dancing shoes, and you sure can't lose. Nashville, Tennessee. They music seriously. Every bar has a live band. As we said, there's at least 20 bands playing on one block. The honky tonks have the opening so you can stand out in the street and hear the music like that right there. Or you can go inside and drink and party. Some people are just on their own high out here in the street dancing. See, it's all kind of stuff playing. The bad thing was we only saw one black musician. Oh, and there go one brother right there working on the door. I've seen a few brothers working with transportation, but not in any of these bands. Wonder what that's about. We need to ask some people from Nashville where our people be playing at. They sure ain't down here in Honky Tonk Grove. That's for sure. A lot of these things folks are riding on all over, and electric bikes, but mostly those. You like the little scooter things. But this side of town got a sound ordinance? Must be. Back there must be where all the partying goes on. And we got to see it live. So, no false advertising here. This is a city that's all about the music, for sure. It's been a blessed day. Enjoyable journey in Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee, 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 Tennessee.